Mhlaka 22 kuJuni 2026 bekune-media briefing ebihlanganisa amaphoyisa kanye ne-Defence Force. Kubantu abebekhona lapho bekukhona u-Acting Minister wamaphoyisa ku-Professor Feroz Khatshaliya, kube u-Minister we-South African National Defence Force okumama u-Angie Motshekga, kube khona u-Acting National Commissioner oku-Lieutenant General Puleng Dimpane, kube khona u-Lieutenant General Musikedi. Ibona abantu abebekhona lapho, kodwa okuhambe phambili nabakuvezile ukuthi sebelungele umhla ka-30. Ngakho bebefuna ukucacisa ukuthi cha, amasosha azobe khona ukuqapha isimo uma amaphoyisa ewadinga azoba available, kodwa umuntu ozokwazi ukukhipha leyo mvume upresident. Wasazisa futhi uMinister Feroz Khatshaliya ukuthi abazotoyitoya uyacela ukuthi bangaphathi ikhali, ngisho lezi zendabuko, bangaphathi imshiza, bangaphathi izagila, shuthi funa balengise izandla nje uma beyomasha ngomhla ka-30. Okunye futhi asazise khona ukuthi uhulumeni uzospenda more than 600 million rand just for umhla ka-30, because ba-deploy intelligence nayo yonke into ukugada isimo nokuvikela impahla. Kodwa ukudaba olihamba phambili ukuvikeleka kwabantu laba bangama-illegal immigrants. Ngithe kwivideo engiyenzile eyandulela le, ngathi ibuhlungu lento engiyibuka yenzayo, ikakhulukazi kimi njengomuntu olandelela izindaba. Abantu ngapha ko-Western Cape bayafa ngenxa lento yamagenge, kuyaliwa, ingane zabantu ziyafa, kodwa asikaze sambona uhulumeni deploy intelligence, akhipha ama-resources, aza invest imali engaka ukuthi akunqandeke lento eyenzeka lapha, asindise iy'mpilo zabantu, ngoba iy'mpilo zabantu base-South Africa zisho lutho kuhulumeni osiphethe. uJacinta Ngobese uyiphendulile-ke le nkulumo yonke ebikhulunywa lapha, uyiphendulile. Ngizokucaphunela ivideo khona ukuthi ngaphambi basifike kuyo, ngifuna siqale kudaba likaNgizwe. ngoLwesihlanu uNgizwe Mchunu ulahlwe icala ebelise-Johannesburg High Court. Icala leli lafakwa yi-South African Human Rights Commission emveni kokuba ekhulume nge-LGBTQI plus community, okuzitabane, ama-gay, ama-lesbian, kanjalo njalo. Ngakho-ke kuningi akukhuluma, ngeke sisawacaphuna lawo mavidiyo. Ngakho-ke inkantolo imnikeze 5 days ukuthi akaxolise. Emveni kokuxolisa ebese attenda i-training ezofundiswa ngalolu hlobo lwalabantu. Emveni kokufundiswa kuzofuna ukuthi akhokhe imali engango-250,000 kulama-organization lawa amele wona labantu laba abathandana ngobulili obufanayo. Ubengakaze asho lutho kuNgizwe. Uma ucabanga ukuthi kusuka ngoLwesihlanu enikeza umyalelo, akaze asho lutho kuze kube namhlanje, akazange axolise. Angazi noma ufuna nakhona ize bemthathele iy'nyathelo ze-contempt of court na, ngoba phela sikhuluma naye nje kunelinye icala elifakwa oMalema ebelisenkantolo mhlawumbe ngoLwesine noma ngoLwesithathu, angisakhumbuli kahle, le-contempt of court. Ukhulumile-ke nabezindaba, angibazi bebekuphi, kodwa la aphendule khona mayelana nodaba lwaleli cala elifakwe yi-South African Human Rights Commission elimlahlile eJohannesburg High Court. Umyalelo funa sicacise lokho, akuyona i-South African Human Rights Commission ethi uNgizwe akaxolise. Umyalelo wenkantolo, i-court order. Umyalelo wenkantolo othi uNgizwe akaxolise, akuyona i-South African Human Rights Commission. Ngesikhathi i-South African Human Rights Commission ayithi akaxolise, wagoloza, wanqaba ukuxolisa. Sesadlula kuleso sigaba, manje udaba beluphambi kwenkantolo, lona ngomyalelo wenkantolo. Uma ngase kwenzeke kudlula isikhathi akalelwe sona engakwenzanga lokhu, uzobe udelele noma akalandelanga umyalelo wenkantolo. Ngifuna ukukuhlukanisa lokhu ngoba angifuni uconfuse indlela yena azokhuluma ngayo. Ngifuna ukuqonda ukuthi i-Human Rights Commission yakhuluma noNgizwe, yathi akaxolise, wanqaba. Base belithatha udaba belidlulisela enkantolo, lufike lalalelwa enkantolo, inkantolo yamthole necala. Ngike ngakusho futhi lokhu, ngiyakuphinda namanje, siphila kwi-constitutional democracy. Ngakho-ke labantu abathandana ngokobulili obufanayo noma ngathiwa wena awuhambelani nabo kodwa basemthethweni ngokwe-constitution nangomthetho wase-South Africa, kufuneka ubahloniphe. Ngoba wena usiyo le nto abayiyo, hlukana nabo, bayeke nje babuke, ungasho lutho. Babuke, ungasho lutho nje ngabo ngoba awuhlanganise lutho vele wena nabo.
Imvunulo akusiyona yami. Uma ithi Human Rights Commission inginikeza 5 days ukuthi mina ngixolise ngiphinde ngiyofundiswa ukuthi itabane ijojwa kanjani, ngikwazi ukunderstand indaba yobutabane. Ngibona ngathi mina kwayona Human Rights Commission ingikhulumela udoti. Kwayona fanele iyejele kwayona Human Rights Commission ngoba iviolate ilungelo lami mina engisona isitabane. Ekubeni mina ngacacisa konke ukuthi sisebenzile nazo itabane emsakazweni ehlukahlukene nakuma television nakuwonke ama platforms. Ngisho ufice emcimbini, we don't have a problem about their personality, we don't have a problem about their show choosing ukuthi babe zitabane banukela nabothi isihlama ngoba nangisikeza lapha mina. Kodwa kubalekile la okuyinkinga enkulu ukuthi abakwazi ukuthatha ingubo yethu yokuthandaza bese beyuqabelana ngayo ngoba besebenzisa ukuthi banemali, ngoba besebenzisa ukuthi bona bafundile bazogijima kuqala beke ku-Human Rights Commission. I-wrong leyo nto. Okusho ukuthi thina mhlampe icala engijezelayo mina ukuthi asifike ngaqala ku-Human Rights Commission ngoba nathi sinamalungelo okuvikela imvunulo yethu. Awuthathe phela umNazaretha kwaShembe nemvunulo kaShembe nekhomanga uhambe uyongena eklabhini njengoyiNazaretha ukuthi iNazaretha bese uphusishwana bese ungibuka ukuthi mina uthatha imvunulo yami Wilson, yabona, uhambe uyohlala wenabe uphusishwana eke ufende ifebe lapha emaklabhini noma hosha. So ke yonke lento leyo bese utshela ukuthi abantu abayi recognize as they are praying attire, should they accept that? No. Okusho ukuthi MbaZulu asifundile thina ngokwanele ngempela njengoba besho bethi school is important. Okusho ukuthi mina ke leli cala ke lona lami icala lesilo uqobo, icala lesilo nesizwe sonke sakwaZulu. Ngakho ke mina njengoba ngakhonjwa mina wesilo nangithatha kancane ngoba isilo sathi masingimemezela njengomongameli wabhinqa sase siyahleka. Manje ke njalo mangiqhamuka abantu bavele befe ishaya kodwa mina ngiyena usobashaya. Manje ke kodwa ngoba kwahlekisile kodwa umuno wesilo ngiyawuhlonipha. Inje babela umniniyo umelusi inkomo esuke ilusi la kuzona zakhe. Ngakho ke mina mabe ngathola uxolo oluvela kimi kuyobe kusho ukuthi mina sengumnikazi wemvunulo ongelona iqiniso lelo. Unomthebe wesizwe okuyisilo samabandla wonke, uMisuzulu kaZwelithini uyena umnikazi wemvunulo bese kuzoba isizwe sonke sikaZulu. Ngakho ke ngithi mina nganza kwethu uma i-Human Rights Commission neyitabane zifuna uxolo zoluthola enkulu kumnikazi ngoba mina njengomelusi angina
Inhle impela lento ayichazayo ngizwe kodwa akuyonto eshiwo enkantolo. Inkantolo ayimchajanga futhi ngokwesikhundla anikwa sona. Imchaje ngento ayisho yena ngomlomo wakhe. Nayo ke into emchajele yona. Emthole necala kuyo ilento ezakhulunywa nguye ngomlomo wakhe. Yebo yena wayilwela imvunulo ikakhulukazi le ebhincwa ngamakhosi kodwa nguye wakhuluma. Noma isilo singakhipha i-apology kusasa still kuzobe kufuneke kangizwe. Ukuthi nje akulula. Isilo bekufuneka simtshetshe ngizwe xolisa ludlule lolu daba ngoba uma engaxolisa ahambe le training yakhona phela ngeke izimshintshe umqondo i-training ukuthi nje enze ngoba uyalelwe kanjalo inkantolo. Angeke aphenduke abone kusasa esebathanda labantu abathandana ngobulili obufanayo. Yena uzobenza nje ngoba inkantolo imiyalelini. Afika afundiswe lapha atshele ukuthi labantu bakhona baphila kanje kunje. Angiyazi phela ne-training yakho nje isima kanjani. Uma isuka lapho akazi kuzothatha 250,000 rand. Kodwa azi ukuthi uhlukene nalenkinga. Kodwa mayiqhubeka kanje awusazoba nenkinga ungizwe. Uma iqhuba nje ngendlela aqhuba ngayo usazoba nenkinga. Angicaphune uJacinta uze ukuthi utheni nama iphendula lolu daba lolu lale media briefing ebikhona.
Guys, hi. I just watched a press briefing from the Minister of Police and other government representatives. And I must say I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed. I think our government has a serious communication problem. Maybe it's not a communication problem. Maybe it's just an embedded, I don't know what to call it. I don't know. But the government of South Africa literally just went on TV and expressed that they're ready for the 30th, which is fine. And, you know, you can sense a bit of threats here and there. It's okay. But the one thing I'm not understanding is why the government of South Africa is not addressing the real issue, which is illegal immigration and the crisis that we have of foreign nationals who are even in the country buying documents, having corrupt ways of being on the system, and addressing the issue once and for all. Just like address the issue for what it is. Don't talk about March and March. Don't talk about the 30th. Talk about the illegal immigration crisis that South Africa has. Talk to the illegal immigrants. And if you feel like threatening anyone, threaten the illegal immigrants who are in the country illegally. Threaten your own officials who are selling off documents. Threaten government officials who haven't been doing their job. Like, talk to the governments of other countries and threaten them if you feel like threatening someone. Why do you resort to threatening the citizens because they're responding to a crisis that you created? And worst part is you're acting like these citizens are crazy, when the same people who are in the country illegally are the same ones misbehaving and the same ones who've been throwing threats at South Africans, and you're pretending as if you didn't even see. They're the same people who are telling us they're armed and ready. They're the same ones who are instigating violence. But the only people you're directing the threats to is South Africans. And this is very concerning because I don't even think government understands how what they're doing is actually going to backfire to their faces. Because you can't say when someone is like crying to their parents and saying, "Mommy, Daddy, you've been neglecting me. And I'm so angry right now. You know, I want to show you I'm angry by getting out of this house and leaving." And you say, "No, if you dare touch the children of next door who are in this country legally or in this home illegally, who just invaded your space and took over your space, I'm going to beat you up." Like, does that make sense? Like, does that make sense to our government? Like, I'm really, really worried about the South African government. When does the South African government address the issue that we have? Just talk about the issue. Don't talk about anything else but the issue of illegal immigrants in the country. Because right now you've got thousands of them, unknown, undocumented, sitting there at the Durban Drive-In. You want to give them food and all of that. That's fine. That's human behavior. That's good. It's a humanitarian thing. But why are you not addressing the issue? Those people are in your country illegally. How did they come in? Where were they staying? What schools were they using? Which hospitals were they going to? Which resources were they using? What jobs did they occupy? What activities were they conducting in the country? Where do they live? With who? Etc. Those are the things you should be addressing as the government. Not threatening citizens because they raised a valid concern and you can see it now. It's right in your face that all along you've been ignoring a serious crisis. When does the South African government address the issue of illegal immigrants and some foreigners being in the country with fake documents or buying these documents or corruptly being in the country and doing wrong things in the country? And that is what South Africans are complaining about. That is the issue here. Don't tell us about xenophobia or Afrophobia or ethnic mobilization or whatever you choose to call it. Tell us about the crisis of illegal immigration in the country. How are you going to fix it? That's what we want to hear. Don't threaten us.
Ngizocaphuna ivideo yokugcina kunabantu engibabone ku-TikTok angibazi bangobani. Bebekhuluma nje bexoxa ngase ngiyithanda le nto abayikhulumayo. Ngizoyifaka la kodwa ngaphambi bangiyifake cela ukukukhumbuza ngiyazalwa ngoLwesihlanu. Ngiyazicelela nje. Ningiphi imali ngiyazicelela nje ngomusa ngoba ibirthday yami ngoLwesihlanu. Ngicela ke uzwe la.
I'm not. Because these ideas of EFF make sense. Not any EFF member, but they make sense. When you say, let's record, let's document, and then let's send everybody else where they are supposed to go. And we have record of them going. Now, 10 buses have left. Who did we transport back? Do we know the guys that we sent back?
You see, that's the problem.
Now, when those guys come back, listen, we send them back. We even declare them people non grata, people
Persona non grata.
non grata. We say that. Persona non grata. They are now non grata. But who is them?
If we do not have database,
If they come back, how are we going to say you are non grata?
you were here. We know you.
So I'm saying we need a meeting, not chaired by Ramaphosa, it's lukewarm. We need a meeting chaired by Botswana president that would tackle the issue of immigration in South Africa, in SADC. And he must tell us how to change. Because that man, just here in Gaborone, he's the guy that says the diamonds of Botswana are now on the Olympic medals and they are recognized as diamond of Botswana. We did not send the diamond. No, the medals came for Botswana. Aha. The gold medal comes from where? From us. We manufacture them here. So we send the gold, us.
Mumu us, yes.
We send the gold.
Yes.
Now, I'm saying, let's have that meeting being chaired by him so that we take a collective economic development plan for SADC. This thing that we are meeting,
Who's chairing SADC now?
I think it's us. It's us. It's the president. He took over. He took over from SADC. Now, let us have this meeting. This meeting must not discuss that. How are your people in my country? No, it must say. This meeting must say. How do we stop the migration of our people, not only to South Africa, not that Botswana becomes better and all of us go to Botswana. No. How do we stop Africans to even go to America? How do we stop them? We can make Africa and South Africa and SADC lucrative to stay in it. And until we have those plans in place, that Mozambique, you have the water. How do we use the water, you and South Africa? How do we use the ports that you are having to build Botswana, which does not have a port? On that front, how do we use whatever that Zimbabwe is having? Zimbabwe has got tobacco. And white people smoke Gunston.
That comes from there.
That comes from there. How do we use that rich Botswana history of tobacco? How do we use the mines of Botswana? How do we use the mines in South Africa?
Le nkulumo engenze ukuthi ngizibuze ukuthi kungenzeka na ukuba asima-understandanga u-CIC. Kungenzeka na ukuba ngesikhathi ethi let's document them wayengasho ukuthi abanikwa ama-ID kodwa wayethi abafake ku-database bathatha ama-fingerprint kubhaliswe kwazi ukuthi ngobani ukuze mayibanjwe kwesibili uma iqala efaka i-fingerprint kuvela ukuthi wena sesikubamba kwesibili la mhlambe kube nokujeza okuthize. Kungenzeka na? Ya le nkulumo lena akayimfuni umuntu ozonda i-EFF. Ayimfuni umuntu futhi ongafuni ukucabanga usense ama-emotions. Ifuna umuntu ocabangayo. Kungenzeka na? Asike sikuxoxe nje lolu daba. Kungenzeka na?